Amazing wins for English and Hovland. Hovland obviously winning on the European Tour for the first time, and I think first Norwegian to win on that side, and then Harris with an 8-way playoff. So just a quick look at both of those swings. We'll look at Harris first. What an easy swing. He's got like effortless power, this guy. Let's try and get one that's... So this is a pretty good angle here. We can really look at that head movement. So we'll just pop a little line on top of his head there. And just notice how his head starts to drop down. Drop slightly down. He's got a great spine angle there. Tilting down to the golf ball. Shoulders down towards the ground. You know, rotation. Looks like he's turned his belt buckle away from the target. So really good positions to copy if you want to compress your irons like he does. Yeah, it's a good one, yeah. Okay. So we'll set up a line on top of his head. Not an arrow, but a line. There we go. Look at his spine angle. And we'll look at his swing plane. So nice low hands. Good posture. Let's look at that. So not too much knee flex. And you'll see what that does to his rotation. Because of his knees fairly straight, he can rotate his body quite well. And obviously stays tilted down. Just by looking at this, you can see how much his head has dropped on the way back of his swing. So he's actually lowered his spine angle. Right hip higher than the left, and then on the way down, stays down, hits a golf ball, and finishes in that classic tilted angle. Something to copy. Okay. Focus in the eyes there. Alright, so that's him. And then this guy, he just hits absolute bombs. Hovland. I don't know if you've seen this swing, but it's something to behold. He actually drops his head even more. Let's try and get him centered. So we'll do the same. Put a little line on top of his head. Put a line to show his spine angle. And just look at it. Oh, this camera's just terrible. But he drops quite a bit if you look at that. So starts and then he's down. Look at that. Dipping into the golf ball. Who says you shouldn't dip? If you want to hit the golf ball a long way, you've got to dip. Don't know if the camera moves on this one. It moves. This might be a better one. Let's have a quick look at that movement again. There, spine angle. Goes back. Starts to lower himself. Just pay attention to that shoulder plane as well. Right there, down to the golf ball. He's got amazing tilting motion in his swing. Right hip has moved backwards so that his shoulders can tilt downwards. So it's really good to pay attention to these sort of things. Look at his right knee; it's almost straight. Left knee flex to the golf ball. And then as he starts down, sorry, this thing is a bit sensitive. The top of the swing. Look how low he is. That's amazing. So there's his starting position. There's his impact. Let's call that impact. So he's lowered himself quite a bit. If you can see that gap between his head and the top of his head and that yellow line. Spine angle, he's lowered himself. And the only way that he can get that low is by rotating. And you can see how much of his left back pocket we can see. So he's just rotated so much. Look at that right arm. It's bent. Right elbow is bent into the side. Really powerful swing. Gripping the ground with his feet. generating immense power, just smashing drives. Yeah, so good moves to copy this week from all our players. Just want to go back to the start of our thing. So just a reminder to download the Golf Coach app and look at your swings, analyze and film it, send it to me so I can help you with your swing movements. We're just trying to copy what the pros are already doing. And another thing that the pros are doing is they're keeping stats of their scores, not just their scores, but also parts of the game. So you'll see there's 4 categories in this app: driving, approach, short game, and putting. And they are keeping their strokes gained stats so that they can see where they're gaining shots on the field and where they're losing shots on the field. So Hovland at the top and English at the bottom both won because of superior putting. That was the best part of their strokes gained stats this week. Obviously, the rest of the game also plays a big part. Just like Hovland's driving, you can see he was gaining 4 shots there on the field with his second best stat. And the same for English. His driving was the second best part of his game this weekend. So, yeah, if you're serious about the game and you want to improve, keep your stats, download the Golf Stats Coach app and also the Golf Coach app. And you can learn about your own game, about the movements in your swing. And I don't think it's a shortcut to better golf. I know it's a shortcut. It's definitely making you more aware of where you are and where you should be going. All right, so get in touch and let me know if I can help you. Have a good week.